Welcome as I go and do another FIFA 20 rebuild. Today we're going to the Swedish League and we're going to take over IFK Goteborg. Now this team was truly a powerhouse back in the 80s and 90s as they dominated the Swedish League by winning 10 out of 15 titles in a 15-year span. And they also won 2 Europa Cups, or back then they were called the UEFA Cups. And they made the semis twice in the Champions League and the quarterfinals 3 times, all in that same 15-year window. Now, in their history, they've only missed winning a title in 3 different decades out of the 12 they've been involved in. The problem is, one of those decades has been 2010, so they've had a dry spell since their last title, which I believe was in 07. Now, this team, Goteborg, still have the second most titles in the history of Sweden behind Malmo. Now, as you see, you're about to see some of the leading stat mans in the history of the team. And some verification when I have you like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe down below. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you see that I worked hard to try to keep as much Swedes in the team as possible. Thanks for watching, and let's get on to the rebuild. Here's the lineup I'm starting with. Really, the only player has any good potential is Yusuf right here. Everybody else kind of peters out. So, I'm going to have to do a lot of work with Youth Academy and make my way to sign some other players. We'll see what I can do with this. I have a budget like $2.5 million, so with preseason tournament I might get to $3.5 million, so we'll see. So 2 players have been sold. Andre Kalsier has been sold to Al Ali for $920,000, and Sergeant Abraham has been sold to Gazmatan Bedias for $450,000. That's all the business we did. Kind of let this first part of the year ride out, so let's go January 1st, see how we're doing. Before we go January 1st, here are the Youth Academy players we're going to sign. Phillips, Carter, Roberts, and Morgan when he turns 16. Same with Phillips, actually. Some more people are going to get promoted, so you can see real quick. So January 1st, we're sitting in 5th, which isn't too bad, especially when we're only 3 out of 2nd. Malmo's leading in the Allsvenskan, or the Swedish League. Only the first place team gets Champions League. Second, third gets Europa League spots. So let's see if we do any business this transfer window. Speaking about Malmo, we have signed their center back, Anil Ahmedhodzic, for $1.2 million. Welcome to the club, Anil. So we've just signed the Danish player Rasmus Eriksson from IFK Goteborg for $1.85 million. Welcome to club, Rasmus. So that'll be it for this transfer window. Let's see if we can make that push for European football. Let's go to the end of the season. Look at that. We ran down to first place in the Allsvenskan. And we managed to pull off the double, winning the Swedish Cup over Helsingborg 2-0. PSG defeated Barcelona to win the Champions League. Man U defeated Inter to win the Europa League. Here's a quick look at the stats for the season. Georgi Kharashvili led the way with 16 goals. Quick look at the growth chart. Now for next season, I'm going to probably go ahead and replace my Greek goaltender. Other than that, we get a new right back, because one thing I didn't mention was Toko signed a pre-contract with somebody, so he's going to be leaving the club. So, and something just happened I was going to record, but I'll go and say it now since I'm here, is Tobias Sana is going to Turkey for about $800,000. So other than that, we're going to go on to season 2. So we start off the season by selling our Greek goalkeeper Giannis Anistis to Besiktas for $2.1 million. I've got my eye on a goalkeeper to I just needed to go ahead and sell him since the board only gave us about just a shade under $5 million to work with. So we've paid the release clause of Christian Friedel, who in real life is on Bayern Munich, but we've signed him for $4.65 million from UAE, I think is the club. I can't remember. Either way, welcome club, Christian. We have sold Alexander Jallo for the massive fee of $180,000 FC Chambly. Good luck, Alexander. So, winning the league gets us in the qualifying rounds of the Champions League. We're facing off against Dynamo Zagreb. Don't know what to expect here, but we do have the improvement, so let's see. First leg. Ooh, 2-0 loss. Now, Amina Fain is going to SK Sturm Graz for $730,000. Good luck. Well, right now we're in a three-way tie for the top of the league with Hammarby and Gardens. So, but I feel confident we should get better as the season goes along. Yeah, we got crushed in the Europa League group stage, but we made it there, which means I should be getting a bigger chunk of money next year from the board, hopefully. So let's see if we do any moves this transfer period. So we've sold Victor Vernonson, the fullback, to Al Ahly for $1.5 million. Good luck over in Saudi Arabia, Victor. So that's it for this transfer window. Let's see how we're doing at the end of the season. So we didn't lose a single game this year, winning the league over Gardens by 4 points. We weren't able to pull off the domestic doubles. AIK defeated Norrköping 2-0. Juventus beat Liverpool 1-0 to take the Champions League. All English Europa League saw Chelsea defeat its rivals Arsenal 2-0. Quick look at our lineup and how it's progressing. Next year I should have a couple of these players in the 80s. And a quick look at the stats. So now we're going to go on to Season 3, and hopefully we're going to get at the group stage of the Champions League, or at least the round of 32 Europa League. So we start off the season selling Christopher de Graca to FCSB for $1.65 million. And we have signed 19-year-old striker Benjamin Nygren from KRC Genk for $3.5 million. A Swedish-born player. Pretty sure he's Swedish, or he's definitely Scandinavian. I think he's Swedish. 70 rated, 19. He can play striker, so he's going to go right there and replace Soder, who I'm hoping to sell. We've sold our backup goalkeeper Tom Avis to Shivari for $380,000. And we have sold the veteran Swedish striker Robin Solder to Trabzonspor for $1.25 million. Good luck over in Turkey. We've sold the Georgian cam, Georgi Karashvili, to Racing Club for $9 million. We have sold the veteran Swedish winger Hosam Aish to Fenerbahce for $10 million. Boy, I must have a pipeline in the Turkish league. So we didn't get the best draw for the qualifying round. We dry axe. And Hoiver is injured, so yeah, this may not go too well, but we'll see. Ooh, 1-1 tie. There might be some hope. And just for that matchup, we've made all those deals for the veteran players to sign, bring in the young 22-year-old center back who can play left back. Shafet Tanganga for $12.9 million. We got him from St. Etienne. So it's time for the white leg. Remember, we're going in 1-1. And the score will be... yeah. Figured you had to see this. One of the prospects who I just signed when I signed them all, I've sold Charles Lee to FK Hogsund for $61,000. So Mr. Hoiver got injured. Has been injured twice in the 6 months I've had him, so I've had enough. So he may be a year older, but he is too 2 points higher attributes rating. So we've sent Kajana Hoiver to Celtic for Jeremy Frimpong, along with $3.5 million. Welcome to the club, Jeremy. So that was a busy transfer window, but let's move to January 1st, see how we're doing. And we are in Europa League group stage again. We defeated Mold in the playoff round. Up 4 in the league over Malmo, so we're still not quite to the point where we're pulling away yet, but getting there. Well, we did a little better this time around in the group stage Europa. We were 3rd behind Galatasaray and Lille, but still not there. So let's see if we do any moves this transfer window. So with an eye towards future seasons, I've sold Rasmus Lauritsen to Ajax for $15 million. Good luck in the Netherlands. So with the money we just received, we've signed 2 players. We signed Matthias Svensberg from Bologna for $11 million. We'll bring the Swede back home to his home country. And then to add for a little backup, the center back, my mistake. We've signed Schalke's 20-year-old Finnish player Malik Tia for $1.8 million. Worst case scenario I look at it is I can sell him from next year for more money and he'll be great, or he could outgrow who I have. And I forgot to mention earlier too, I signed a free agent center back who's, I believe he's also Swedish. No, he's not Swedish. I don't remember what he was. Kristovic, who's a 70 rated 20-year-old. His name is Kamil Krachovic. And my fault, he's 18-year-old. I actually signed him a few months ago as a free agent. Forgot to mention him because I was in the middle trying to do all the business. So anyways, we're going to go to the end of the season and see how we fare. Now this is more like what we should be doing in the league. Only 2 draws. Another double with a 2-0 victory over Djurgårdens in the Swedish Cup. Atletico Madrid defeated Liverpool 1-0 to take Champions League. All English finals, Spurs defeated Chelsea in the Europa League. Here's our stats on the season. New signing Nigrin taking 30 goals. And you'll also see the overall attributes growing with summon size +6, +7, Grudels and 80s long Yusuf. So we're going to quickly hop into the next season since this looks like going to be a pretty long rebuild. To start off the season, we saw one of our original members, August Erlingmark, to FC Utrecht for $9.4 million. The board only gave me $11 million once again. So it's not going up as big as I like. So I got to do some creative money management. Now we found a bargain for a release clause of $11.7 million from Bainfield. We signed 22-year-old midfielder Augustin Ursi from Banfield's in no, I don't know where Banfield will be. He's Argentinian, 79 rated. So he will instantly be the 3rd highest rated player on the club. Welcome to the team, Ursi. Qualifying leg in Helsinki on the road. First leg, 3-0. The home leg, 3-0 again. On to the final round of the Champions qualifying. Playoff round, we're facing Slavia Praha. Away leg, score will be 3-1. Well, I hadn't planned on doing this, but I couldn't turn it down. Benfica has bought Christian Fruchel for $62.3 million. Now I need his replacement for the next Champions League match. And we have found a replacement for about $18 million less. We signed Alan Lafont from Fiorentina for $45 million. Now the home leg, and it's official, we're now in the group stage of the Champions League. This will be the last time I'll go through these stages since it should be automatic from now on. Another move, we did an even swap with Borussia Gladbach. We swapped Admin Holzik, the Swede, for Jordan Bayer, the German, for no extra cash, but Bayer is a year younger and a point higher overall. So it's a trade we need to do with the little money we get. And this should be all for this transfer window. Let's move on to January 1st, see how we did in the Champions League, which, by the way, we're in the group with Lokomotiv Moscow, Valencia, and Bayern Munich, so we might have a chance to make it round 16 this year. Here's the league results so far, leading the league and pulling away. Okay, overestimated our team's abilities, and I forgot Valencia is pretty strong in rebuilds. So next year I expect to do better. So I'm going to start off this transfer season by signing Mr. Jose Romero to the team, and then I'm going to promote Ander Diaz. I switched scouts, got a better graded scout that gave me guys that were giving me better potential, so I finally could afford it now. So anyways, any other business this window. So what I've done is I've signed 2 younger center backs who both have release clauses, not really with much of a future plan of the team, but figuring next year I could sell them for some profit for what I bought the release clause for. I signed Abubakar Keita from Columbus Crew for $1.4 million. And Chumi from Barcelona for $4 million. Welcome to the club, guys. And my last piece of business this window is I've sold Liam Roberts to Reading for $1.3 million. So like I said, I did some investments strictly with the hopes of future profits, because I don't think I'm going to get much from the board every year. So anyways, on to next year. Here's a quick look at 2 more youth players we're going to sign the team. Three draws, and that's it for the season. Took the Swedish Cup 2-0 over Elfsborg. Barcelona took home the Champions League against Bayern, who was in our group. And Manchester United defeated Sevilla to win the Europa League. And here's the stats for this season along with their overall. I'm going to do it all in one showing here, since that way we get moving on the video before it's an hour long. But next year I'm going to definitely make some moves, sell a lot of these youth products that I've brought up in the last 3 years to make some money and make some big moves. So I'll see you on the other side of. So we're starting this season off selling out one of our original members and our leading goal scorer throughout this rebuild so far. Patrick Carlson Legamier is being sold to West Brom for $68.6 million. Good luck over in England. You might even be in the Premier League. So we started out with a little over 20-something million in the transfer budget. So with the sale of Carlson, we've signed Dejan Kuleski from Leicester City for $57 million. He's bringing the Swedish player back home to his homeland. In real life, he plays in the Serie A, and I can't remember which team at this moment. Welcome back home, Dejan. So we've sold Rasmus Wickstrom to IFK Goteborg for $180,000, one of the original members of the team. And one of our youth academy products, the goalkeeper, Lucas Scharsborg, is going to, I'm not even going to try it, for $720,000. For the lovely release clause of $15 million, we signed from Athletic Club Ohan Sanchez, 23-year-old, 81 rated center midfielder. Man, gotta love those release clauses for young players that grow quickly. And we've sold the German Jordan Bayer to Crystal Palace for $20 million. Not bad, since we purchased him for like, what, $9 million last year, I think? So we have sold Jafet Tanganga to Wolfsburg for $51.9 million. And we were able to go out and get Nuno Tavares, the Portuguese left back, for only $22.6 million. Not a little bit lower attributes, but than Tanganga, but at less than half the cost. So we got through our qualifying rounds as expected, but in the Champions League, as you'll see, we got Real Madrid, Tottenham, and Dynamo Zagreb. So yeah, not favorable. In other news, we have sent Shumi to RC Strasbourg in exchange for Mohammed Simakan and $16 million. Welcome, club, Mohammed. We sold one of our first Youth Academy products, Patrick Price, to Genk for $10.6 million. For our last piece of business for this window, we have sent Matthias Svenberg to Burnley for Thiago Almado and just a shade under $20 million. Didn't want to get rid of the Swede, but I got a guy who's 2 years younger and one or two overall better, so have to do what we have to do. Welcome to Club Almada. I am pretty sure the Swedish League has never seen this kind of money thrown around before. So we're going to advance to January 1st and see how we do, and maybe we'll get lucky and find a way to squeeze in the top two of the Champions League group. Or at worst, we'll be in the Europa League finishing third. So when the next transfer window opens up, Abubakar Keita is going to Villa Sarsfield for just shade under $4 million. So we got double back what we paid for him. So January 1st, we're perfect in the league. Didn't quite do as good in the Champions League, but we are in the Europa League round of 32 for the first time. So all we were able to do is transfer windows, sell a couple prospects to make money so I can extend contracts to the players I have. So we're going to go to the end of the year to see how we did. Can't really get any better than that right there. Another domestic double. Barcelona defeated Liverpool to win the Champions League. Schalke defeated Arsenal on penalties to win the Europa League. And that's good news for us because Schalke is the one that took us down, only on away goals. So it's a positive sign for the future. Here's the stats on the season. And here's the growth charts on the season. As you see, the team is starting to grow more and more. I think I need to be a little bit more patient. I'm getting impatient and I want to make this go quicker than it can. So maybe I'll only go in for one or two big players next year and let the team grow. So anyways, we're on to season 6, is it? So we started season 6 off the bang. We sold Ohan Sanchez to Aston Villa for $90 million. Good luck in England. And this is why we sold Sanchez. We have signed Federico Valverde, the Uruguayan, for $83 million from Real Madrid. Welcome to the club, Federico. I'm going to slow play the transfer window. As you see, I only did the 1-1. I'm going to wait till mid-season. According to this, I got a lucky draw in the Champions League, so expect to make the round of 16. I'll see who develops where, and I'll make my decisions in mid-season on any transfers. So until January 1st, see you then. Once again, we're dominating the league. And we took the group in the Champions League, and we did have an easier group. Lyon, Anderlecht, and Lokomotiv Moscow. Round of 16, we get RB Leipzig, so it could certainly be worse. So not sure what to do in this transfer window. Kind of stuck in between. We'll see what kind of offers I get. So now this just sucks. I had negotiated a new contract earlier this year with Mr. Frimpong, but he forced me to put a release clause in the contract. And Barcelona is willing to pay the release clause, and there's nothing I can do about it since I just negotiated a contract with him this year. So Mr. Jeremy Frimpong's going to Barcelona for $82.4 million. Let's see what I can do to replace him. So we've signed the left back Renan Lodi from Napoli for $52.2 million. We'll slot him over in left back, and Tavares can move to right back, which is one of his positions. So I'll probably have enough money to get at least a good quality backup someplace, so maybe it'll eventually work out. Boy, did I find myself a bargain. Found Kengan Lee, the 23-year-old midfielder from Valencia, signed him to a release clause of $29.9 million. Got an 85 rated 23-year-old. Now that's what you call making a deal. So that will be my last deal for this transfer since I've zeroed out all my money. Let's go to the round of 16 battle Leipzig and see what we can do. So we're going to start off on the road against Leipzig. We got a full lineup in there, so let's see how we do. 1-1 tie. Martinson, one of the Youth Academy players, came off the bench to score the goal. So it's time for the home leg of the fixture. It was draw 1-1, but we do have that away goal. So do we advance? Yes, we do. 3-2. We advance to the quarterfinals. Goals by Almada, Ursi, and Lodi. So for our quarterfinal draw, we draw Liverpool. But we're starting off with the home leg, and we'll see how this goes. So anyways, facing one of the powerhouses in rebuilds, and we lose 2-1. It's time for the away leg. We're down 2-1, so we gotta basically win this game. Not likely, but here we go. Lost 1-0, so well, we've made progress this year, so let's now go on to the end of the season, see how we do. Perfect in the Swedish league with only 7 goals allowed. Now this is a surprise. We lost the Swedish Cup to Norrköping in penalties. So went undefeated in the league, but couldn't win the Swedish Cup. Ugh. In the All-Spanish Champions League final, Atletico Madrid defeated Barcelona 2-1. And in the Europa League, Milan defeated Real Sociedad. That's a new team in the finals of these rebuilds. 3-2. Here's a quick look at stats. As you see, my South American connection is doing well. I do. So next season, I think I'm going to get a striker and try to move Negrin back to a cam. Maybe replace Tavares because he is the lowest rated player on the starting lineup. So, anyways, time to go next season, see if we can finally bring that Champions League trophy back to Sweden. So we started the season off by selling Nuno Tavares to Newcastle for $97.3 million. And one of our Swedish Youth Academy products, Oscar Scharsberg, is going to Palinka Isasi for $3.1 million. And to replace Nuno Tavares, we've signed Dayot Upamecano from PSG for $110 million. He can go in the center back, and both Kristovic Viak and mine just went blank. Simicon can both play right back, I believe. So there we go. My very first Youth Academy signing this rebuild wanted out of the club because he wasn't getting playing time, even though at his age and growth he could have been in the starting lineup by the end of this year. But Mr. Ed Green, 22-year-old, I believe he's 84, 85 rated, left midfielder, is going to Crystal Palace for the price I wanted, $119.5 million. So we have upgraded the center back position. We have signed Clement Lenglet from Liverpool for $83.4 million. This is obviously a move to win the league this year. Win the Champions League, I mean. So I still got about $35 million to play with. I've had to do some creative selling and buying because, once again, despite the success this club's had, the board only gave me about $51 million. Definitely the lowest amount out of all the rebuilds I've done. So let me see if I can spend that $35 million roughly now, or maybe wait till the mid-season, see what I need. That'll be it for this transfer window. We'll kind of let it play out like I said earlier and see. I do have a little weakness at goalkeeper, since my backup goalkeeper is a 20-year-old with about 72 rated, one of the Youth Academy products, Axelson. So maybe in the mid-season I'll go after a backup goalkeeper, depending on how we look. And at that point, so let's go January 1st, see how we're doing. League going as expected, only allowing 2 goals all year. Now, this was not in the plans. We did not make it out of the group stage. Granted, we drew a tough group with Milan and Barcelona. But I'm trying to figure out how we didn't advance. Same points as Milan. We have a better goal differential. I guess head-to-head, maybe. We lost once to them, and I think we drew with them well. No, we beat Milan once. So I don't know why we are not advancing. But I obviously can't argue with the game. Game's going to win, so this is all season. So I'm not very happy. I'm going to have to come back to this game tomorrow on my time. I am not very happy. This is absolutely unbelievable. He's worth $120 million. Manchester City came in with a $209 million offer. But I decided, since they said I could get like $300 million, I go, might as well go all the way. I had no intention of selling Thiago Almada. But I ended up getting $269 million from Man City. He is a 90 rated 24-year-old winger, but man, there is no way I could turn that money down, especially since I missed the Champions League, so my money may be cut next year. So holy cow. Now let's do some spending. Okay, we have only gone out and got the best center back in the game. We've got Tyus Delete for $181 million from Piemonte Calcio. Okay, when I say best center back, I mean currently in FIFA right now. I'm sure real life everybody would say Virgil van Dijk. There's one piece for next year. So since I couldn't quite find the player to make the big impact for what I had left, I spent $37.6 million to get a backup left back in Ryan Ait-Nouri from KRC Genk. As you see, nice promising player, and if Lodi gets hurt, got a quality replacement. So I spent most of the rest of the money I have for that backup goalkeeper I've been needing to find. So something I don't get to often is buy an American. Since I am an American, I've signed Zach Steffen from HRC Bertha for $22 million. Welcome to the club, Zach. And that will be all for this wild transfer window. Still can't believe I got $262 million from Manchester City. So we're going to go in the year, and hey, maybe for the first time in all my rebuilds, I can win the Europa League with this team, or I should actually. See you at the end of the year. You see it, no need to speak about it. We got back our Swedish Cup by pounding Kalmar 5-0. Liverpool defeated the defending champs Atletico Madrid 1-0. And they didn't get me my Europa League trophy. We lost in the finals to AS Monaco. Levant was hurt for the last game, so even buying the backup goalie, Mr. Steffen, still wasn't enough. Which, he is 83 rated, so should have been good enough with the team we have, especially when I have Delete and McCama in the center back roles. But, oh well, I guess the Europa Cup will never be meant for me. And here's a look at the team we've built. I mean, I've got pretty much my whole lineup's 90 rated, except for the left wing with Lee at, but that I will correct next year. And then Kuleski should be 90 probably next year, and so McCama. Cano. Lodi, probably not, but I mean, I've got an 89 and 90 rated center backs on my bench. So I will probably end up selling Lenglet to profit so I can build on this left wing or left midfield. Here's the goals and stats on the year. I'm going to go straight into the next season, which I think is season 7 now. I've lost track. I've got to win the Champions League next year because in a lot of this lineup is 26, 27, 28, so they're not going to go down, but they're not going to go up much, 1 or 2 maybe. But I mean, this team should be good enough. So we'll see you next year. So like I said, I didn't need 2 90 rated center backs on my bench since Simakin has gotten up there. So I sold Clement Lenglet to Leicester City for $64.3 million. Good luck in England. So when the board only gives me $46 million, I had to sell Lenglet for the money, and I have to find bargains. And boy, did I did! Thank God for release clauses by long-term contracts when they're young. We have just paid the release clause to Real Madrid, $68.2 million to get Vinicius Jr. to come along the club. Look at that. Now I'm going to go back, since he's a winger, and I got 7 players that could be a right winger. I'm going to go back to the original lineup this club had. Instead of the left and right midfielders, we'll have left and right wingers. So after what happened in the Europa League, I decided to get myself another goalkeeper. I've signed David De Gea for 25.8 million. Yes, he's 35, but he's right now 4 better overall than Stefan. So I'm going to put him on the bench just in case. Hopefully don't need him, but you never know. So that was a simple transfer window. Did what I had to do. Time to go January 1st, see where we sit. Only gave up 1 goal this year so far this time. Destroyed the group overall, only allowing the 1 goal. Looks like it still has scoring issues at times. Group was Dortmund, Anderlecht, and Benfica. Definitely not as tough as last year. But in the round of 16, we'll be facing Liverpool, so tough challenge. I don't anticipate doing any business here, so this team's pretty stacked. I've spent my money, so we don't have any more business, we're going to go straight to the round of 16. So here we are, the away leg of the fixture of Liverpool. We have a fully healthy squad, so let's see how we stack up against Liverpool. This should tell us how we're going to do. 1-0 win on the road, and Nygren with the goal. Now here we are for the home leg of the fixture. Lodi's out with injury, so Simacon's going to play out of position, play left back. So we have the 1-0 lead. Can we hold on to it? Wow. Well, on to the quarterfinals. So go from one English powerhouse team to the other. We're facing Man City. We're going to start off the home leg. Lodi is still out for this fixture. So here we go. Can we take on Man City and Pep? Wow. 3-0. Now it's time for the away leg of this fixture. I'm feeling cocky. In fact, I feel like the only team that can stop us be one of the Spanish teams. That's good enough. 1-1. Did someone mention Spanish football? Yep, I did apparently. So we draw the Atletico Madrid in the semifinals. We're going to play the away leg. Lodi's still out. There's our lineup. He might be back in time for the finals if we make it there. So here we go, the away leg. 2-0 win, but uh-oh. The Pole center back's hurt. Let's see what this looks like. The good news, Lodi is back for this game, but the bad news is the Pole is out for 2 months with a hip flexor injury. So, good news, Simacon is center back, but he also normally plays right back, so he went from being out of position to into a different position that's normal for him. If that makes sense? Probably not, but we do have a 2-0 lead at home. That helps. Wow, we are just dominating. Here we are in the finals of the Champions League, facing off against AC Milan. Swedish team facing off against the Swedish Red Stars' current team. Obviously not in this game, since in 2027 he'd be 44. Don't think he'll be playing, Ibrahimovic be playing that long, but hey, never know with him. So anyways, let's quickly look at the season results up to this point. 30-0, 3 goals allowed. This might be the most dominated season I've had in all my rebuilds period. Took the Swedish Cup by defeating Helsingborgs, so we got a chance at the treble. The Europa League was won by Fiorentina over Real Sociedad. And here's our squad going into the game. As you see, lowest player on the bench is an 82. The only player in the lineup below a 90 is Lodi. And we have a bench, and Simacon would be on the bench with a 90 normally, but got him substituted for the free agent Pole we got in the second season, Krajcowicz. We got a couple of youth academy products, Romero and Martinson right there, Montenegro and Giordani and our regulars. Guys that wasn't in this club the first season, it's the Swedish star Yusuf. Let's see, who else? TT, you know, I don't think he's played but half a dozen games. Alexanderson, they were both in this club at the very beginning of the season. And Anderson, Fontana, and Romero are all Youth Academy projects. So we got 3 guys left over from the original team. And then, since Swedish team, I brought in Nygren and Kulusevski. I gotta work my pronunciations. So there's 2 Swedish players that brought in on this team to join Yusuf. And then, since Scandinavian team and not a whole lot of Scandinavian players, I did bring in the Finn Thiao. So tried my best to try to keep it in the country, but you have to do what you have to do to win the Champions League. So let's see the finals. Here we are, the finals in 2027 against Milan. So that would make this season 8. Wow. And the final score is 2-0. Scores by both Swedes we brought in the club. Kuleski and Nygren. Look at that. And you have it, guys. Sweden's first UEFA Champions League trophy going to Goteborg. Now, see the final stats for the season. Look at Nygren with 51 goals this season. Now, as I show you the stats, I always do one extra season, because I think the team should have the right to defend their Champions League trophy. And stacked this team, and no players over the age of 27, I believe. I think this team could actually do the Real Madrid and win 3 in a row. But anyways, we're going to go on to the bonus season. I won't show you all the more details of the season. I'm going to basically quickly show you a rundown of my transfers and the final results for the last season. Hopefully we can succeed in this. Just to quickly show you, even after winning the Champions League, I only got $70 million in transfer budget. So this was definitely the lowest money I had for a rebuild as far as a particular team. So here in this bonus season, I made 3 moves. I sold Ganjan Lee to Crystal Palace for $77.8 million. And I brought in the highest potential Swedish player in the game from the start, Alexander Isak. He came from Schalke for $68.7 million. And then for depth, I brought in Marquinhos from Barcelona for $52.2 million. He was, even though he started the season at age 33, he started the season still a 90 rated. So that was my additions for the year. We won the Swedish league, and even though we did have a draw and gave up 6 goals, I'm gonna have a talk with Lafont about this. At the beginning of the year, we won the UEFA Super Cup over Fiorentina 3-1. Some more hardware. No great surprise, we did the double and won the Swedish Cup. Milan won the Europa League over Hertha BSC, so they went from Champions League finalists to winning the Europa League. I believe they won it the year before too. No, that's right, they beat us in the Champions League. So okay, never mind. And Atletico Madrid won 2-0 over Dortmund to win the Champions League. We lost Dortmund in the semi-finals, 3-1 aggregate. So there went our chance to go back-to-back. And here's stats to end the season. Nygren had 44 goals. Edge off season. I see Kuleski got hurt. So I don't know why this team shouldn't have lost that easily, but so be it. Here's a final look at stats. Look at that, Yusuf, it's up to a 98. The font 96, 95, 95, all these 90s. And somehow we lost. But anyways, thanks for watching. That is the rebuild of the Swedish League. Next week, I think I'm not going to quite go that far down. I think I want to ease a rebuild because this one's been a pretty long, tough one. So I'm not going to go in one of the top 5 leagues, but look for me to go somewhere in the Western Europe part. Not going to say where yet. You can tune in the video next week to find out. But thanks for watching. If you have a team you want me to rebuild, leave it in the comment below. Please like and subscribe, as it's good encouragement to keep doing this. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys, and